video, we are going to share with you the top 15 things to do in the Philippines. We have traveled all over Southeast Asia for a total of 1 year. And while we were looking back on footage to make this video, we could not believe that so many of our favorite experiences were in this country. The Philippines is made up of 7,000 islands, and we have spent a total of 2 months there. We've traveled to a handful of islands, but honestly haven't really even scratched the surface because there are so many. Nonetheless, we are here to share with you our favorite and most loved places up until this point.
Hey guys, we're Ian and Anna from The Other Side, Americans that have been creating travel videos on YouTube for the past 2 years. And we're here to help make travel your priority by giving you free tips and guides that make travel easier and more affordable.
Now let's dive into the top 15 things to do in the Philippines, starting with number 15. Biking around the island. This is probably one of my favorite things to do in all of the Philippines, but it is somewhat vague, so that's why it's at number 15. Hopping on a motorbike and riding around gives you an exhilarating feeling of freedom and adventure like no other. I know it can be intimidating to ride a motorbike in a foreign country, but if you have the courage to learn, you will never regret it. The Philippines has some of the most beautiful coastline rides, and there is no better way to take in those amazing views than on a motorbike. When you're in a tour van exploring, you're behind tinted windows and less likely to look around you, but when you're on a motorbike, you have no choice but to enjoy the scenery. I mean, come on, you can't be on your phone. So what else are you gonna do? You just gotta look up and look around. Some of our favorite islands to explore on a bike are Cebu, SIQUIJOR, Dumaguete, and SIARGAO. That brings us to number 14, BUCANA Beach.
This one has a very special place in our hearts and is the reason we fell in love with the Philippines in the first place. Most of you probably already know of the famous attraction called El Nido, but I bet 99% of you have never heard of a little spot nearby called BUCANA Beach. After taking an hour jeepney ride from El Nido town, crossing a wooden suspension bridge, and trekking down dirt paths, you will end up at this hidden gem with no other tourists around. We arrived at BUCANA Beachfront Guest House as strangers, but soon became lifelong friends with the most generous and welcoming family we have ever met. When you stay on BUCANA Beach, get ready for the ultimate island life. Spend your days in a long stretch of beach, drinking gigantic red horses, soaking up the sun, and playing with cute local dogs. We still miss Sheila, a name we gave our favorite doggie that greeted us every time we walked on the beach.
Yep, we got her down for the count. Look how beautiful.
Hungry? Head into the water and catch your own crabs and clams that the family can cook you for dinner. They will even take you on a personal boat tour, bringing you to bird caves, snorkeling, and even to Nakban Beach during sunset. Now it's time for number 13, the SIARGAO rope swing.
This rope swing has become one of the most popular destinations on SIARGAO Island. For just a small entrance fee of 20 pesos, you can enjoy a day of fun swinging from one of the most famous trees in all of the Philippines. Although it is popular, it truly wasn't overcrowded when we went. Ian and I were able to swing many times and get lots of footage. At first it was easy, but then I got tired and it became hard to hold on to the rope. And I kept wiping out. It was so annoying, but of course Ian had no trouble at all. To get up the tree, there are small grooves you put your feet in and someone will help you at first. A quick side note, make sure to tip the people who are helping you because they only get paid with tips. Once the rope is tossed to you, get ready for the most unique experience of your life. At this attraction, you can also take a picture on a floating raft or even hire a local boatsman to take you down the river for just $3. If you want to fill up your day over on this side of the island, then after the rope swing, you can head to Tayangbang Cave, a 7-minute ride away from the swing. Here you can canyoneer and cliff jump in beautiful, clear blue water. This was a very underrated experience in our opinion, so we highly recommend going there after the rope swing. Up next is number 12. Nakban Beach.
Nakban may just be the most beautiful beach in all the Philippines and is only located 45 minutes north of where one might stay in El Nido. When we were in Nakban in 2018, there were hardly any tourists around, but now hostels have popped up right on the beach, making it a perfect escape from the more crowded El Nido town. Like I said previously, we took a boat tour from Bucana Beach to Nakpan for sunset. The 2.5 miles of coastline is covered in palm trees, and the sand will make you feel like you're walking on clouds. As the sun goes down, make sure you have some red horses and buddies to enjoy this incredible view with. If you would like to go swimming, we did see a couple turtles right offshore, and there is even this floating bamboo house you can swim to and view the sunset from there. Only things you could do in the Philippines, guys. Nakpan is a beach you will never forget. Now it's time for number 11, Chocolate Hills and Tarsiers in Bohol.
The Chocolate Hills and Tarsier monkeys are two famous attractions in the Philippines. You can see these things on the beautiful island of Bohol. The Chocolate Hills are a group of as many as 1,700 hills across 50 square kilometers. The hills are covered in grass, but during the dry season they turn brown and look like chocolate. Going to the viewpoint of the hills was actually kind of overrated. I mean, it was cool and all, but I just remember there being so many people.
I would come to see Anna in her dork helmet instead, rather than this.
What I really enjoyed was riding around that area. We also met some kids at their house and played basketball with them. That day was one of the best memories I've had in 2 years of travel. You can visit a Tarsier sanctuary the same day you see the hills. Tarsier monkeys are the smallest monkeys in the world. They have huge bug eyes and can literally drop dead if they are startled. Next up, we have number 10, SOHOTON Cove.
A lot of travelers have compared this spot to the famous Philippine islands such as El Nido and Coron, but we don't think it's quite there. To get to SOHOTON Cove, you will take a 2-hour boat ride from SIARGAO, and these tours will cost you anywhere from $45 to $60 depending on how big your boat is. We placed SOHOTON at number 10, but I think we were very unlucky and would have enjoyed it a lot more if we weren't stuck in a rainstorm the entire time.
It's raining really bad.
We didn't let the rain ruin our tour though. With great people we just met, some Tanduay and Red Horse, it turned out to be an adventure we will never forget. Once you arrive at SOHOTON Cove, you will first head to Jellyfish Lagoon, where you will see an abundance of stingless jellyfish. This will be some of the bluest water you will see in your entire life as you paddle your way with a local boatsman to this hidden oasis. On arrival at Jellyfish Lagoon, don't be afraid to jump in and swim with these magnificent creatures because wow, are they cute. After this amazing experience, you will be heading toward 2 separate caves. At the first cave, you will be dragged under a rock by tour guides until you reach the inside. There, it is pitch black, but if you splash around a little bit, the water will glow up blue, and that's why the nickname of this cave is the Luminescent Cave. At the second cave, you will put on a hard hat and climb up to a 5-meter cliff jump. It's so much fun cheering others on as they take this massive plunge.
Lisa! Lisa! Lisa!
After all these adventures, you'll have a huge Filipino lunch full of fish, adobo, kinilaw, and tons of fresh fruit. Woot woot! Now it's time for number 9, INAMBAKAN Falls.
We believe this to be the most underrated waterfall in all of Cebu. We are so happy that we found this incredible hidden gem. We spent about 4 hours here and only saw a total of 8 people.
Not a lot of people come here, and I'm still in awe because look at this. Like, you gotta be, like, look at this.
For just a 50 peso entrance fee, you will have one of the best days of your life. Also, we chose to use a guide.
Look at all the doggies.
I'm happy.
You're happy?
Yeah, because of you.
You will tip your guide when you go, so make sure you bring money for that. INAMBAKAN Falls is an hour and 15-minute bike ride from MOALBOAL, but it's so worth the journey. This is a multi-tiered waterfall, and the largest waterfall will be the first one you see. It is 100 feet tall. Very big. It's by far the most sensational waterfall we've seen in the Philippines so far. So what's going to happen is your guide will take you on a 20-minute hike to the first waterfall. Here you can cliff jump off of various heights, the highest being 6 meters or 19 feet tall. You will also get to swim here, and then you'll hike down to the second falls. This one was my favorite. It looked like something out of a movie. The springs were incredibly beautiful. You will also get to cliff jump at this one as well. Then you'll make your way to the third fall, where you can swim again, and finally, you'll end up at the largest one you saw when you first arrived. We had the best time here, and it really felt like something new and exotic without all that tourism. It is getting harder and harder to find hidden gems in the world, and this may have been the best one we've found. Now on to number 8, cliff jumping in SIQUIJOR.
This is a perfect activity for any of you thrill seekers out there looking for an adrenaline rush. On the mystical island of SIQUIJOR lies one of the best cliff jumps in the world, where you can launch yourself straight into the ocean from heights of 6 to 10 meters. A huge tip here is to bring some shoes because hitting the water from 10 meters can be quite painful. Another tip is to head to Saladong Beach when it's high tide, because if not, these cliff jumps will be closed due to dangerously shallow waters. It's really an unforgettable experience watching others face their fears as they take the enormous plunge into this blue crystal clear water. Once again, Ian got a little cocky at this cliff jump and tried to leap over Anna while doing a flip.
Woo! Oh my god, that was hilarious!
We didn't get my landing on camera, but we definitely got the aftermath of this massive fail.
Oh, you're bleeding.
Yeah, I'm bleeding. Yeah. That was the worst fall I've ever had off a cliff jump in my life.
If you end up getting a little tired from cliff jumping or get hurt like me, just take a break on the beach and enjoy a red horse while soaking up the sun. Heading to SIQUIJOR, make sure to put this one at the top of your list. On to number 7, the 3-island tour in SIARGAO.
The 3-island tour is a jam-packed day of exploring the 3 closest islands to SIARGAO: Naked Island, Gayam, and Daku. Your first stop will be Gayam, a very small island you could walk around in just 10 minutes. Here, you won't have a ton of time, but you'll be able to relax, drink some tandawai, and enjoy the wonderfully blue water. Up next is Naked Island. No, this does not give you a reason to just strip. This destination got the name Naked Island because there is nothing on it at all. It's just a block of sand in the middle of the sea. The water surrounding the sand was some of the clearest water we've ever seen, so make sure to get a drone shot if you have one, but be very careful because it's extremely windy there. Okay, Ian wants me to see something in the water.
Sea urchins, but also look what else he got. A drone.
What?
Someone's drone.
Lastly, you'll visit Daku, where you'll be served lunch. The lunch on these boat tours are so yummy. They serve something called a Filipino boodle fight. The buffet will include rice, fish, adobo, curry, fruit, all laid on a very large banana leaf. The remainder of the time on Daku is yours. Be sure to walk around and explore the villages on the island. If you head around the coast on Daku, you will venture into the palm tree forest, which is always a fun time. But of course, make sure to bring some bug spray. Now on to number 6, the SIQUIJOR rope swing.
Once again, we are back to the mystical island of SIQUIJOR for another action-packed adventure to the rope swing at Kembugahai Falls. Anna and I have concluded, out of all the rope swings we have done in Southeast Asia, this is by far the best one, especially because they just renovated it in 2020. Here, you will be able to experience the famous Gatorade blue water from these cascading falls, making it a perfect spot for some rope swinging. We suggest getting here right when it opens at 7 a.m. so you can take some pictures on the floating bamboo raft without anyone in sight. After checking out the magical scenery, you will have so much fun swinging from different heights of 7 to 10 meters. The guides here make it so much fun showing off their tricks and helping you face your fears. If you're heading to the Philippines and can't decide where to go, we highly recommend SIQUIJOR because it's one of our favorite Philippine islands right alongside SIARGAO. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this video. Give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe and press that notification bell so you don't miss a video from here.
Also, follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Ooh, TikTok, not TikTok. In addition to that, we have a free preset available in the description below. All you have to do is put your email in and you will get our newest free preset. Okay, now back to the video. Woo!
Let's do it. Number 5, the Maldives of the Philippines.
Monjoyed Sandbar is commonly known as the Maldives of the Philippines. This is because of the immaculate blue water, the houses on stilts, and the sandbar that resemble something you might see in the Maldives. This is an hour-and-a-half ride from Dumaguete City. We went at sunrise, so we left our accommodation in Dumaguete City at 4 a.m. The ride was absolutely breathtaking. We bargained our price down to $37.56 for a private boat, just the 2 of us and the driver. First, you will stop at the sandbar and see this amazing stretch of sand in the middle of the ocean. Afterwards, you will boat about an hour away and go dolphin watching. These dolphins were so cute and really tried to entertain us. Afterwards, you'll go back to where you saw the sandbar, only now it will be high tide and the only thing you will see above water are those houses on stilts. This was by far the bluest water we've ever seen. I can't even describe how blue it was. It was like pool water, but in the ocean. Next is number 4, Cloud 9.
Cloud 9 is the most famous spot on SIARGAO Island and is the reason SIARGAO is called the surfing capital of the Philippines. Here you can take a surf lesson with a local instructor or rent a board and shred those waves if you already know how to. Something that makes Cloud 9 distinct is the incredible pier where you can walk out and watch all the surfers take on those gigantic waves. The pier has a 50 peso entrance fee, but if you get there for sunrise, there is no fee, which makes it a great routine to start every day. If you want to take a surf lesson here, just head to Cloud 9 where you can can rent a board and hire an instructor, which will run you about 500 pesos or 10 USD per person for a 1-hour session. Surfing was harder than expected, so another option is to rent a boogie board from Fat Lips Surf Shop.
What's more important than knowing what you're doing is pretending like you know what you're doing.
Boogie boarding is much easier, and we would have to say way more fun. Just make sure to wear some fins so you can paddle out past those huge waves.
There's a baby on board!
The beach itself is a long stretch of sand and is perfect for anyone trying to chill and enjoy some drinks, especially for sunset. Cloud 9 should be on everyone's Philippines bucket list because wow, do we miss it. Top 3, here we come. Number 3, MOALBOAL sardines.
The sardines are one of the most magical encounters we've ever had. Being surrounded by millions of fish like that is an experience like no other, and I don't think you can see this anywhere else in the world, especially not for this price. What's the price, you ask? Free! If you have your own snorkel set, you can just swim from Panagsama Beach and snorkel with a fish just 30 meters offshore at no cost. But if you need to rent a snorkel set, head to Ocean Blue Dive Shop and get a set for 100 pesos. Every time we've swum here, we've seen many turtles in addition to the sardines. And I am so grateful because I love turtles and MOALBOAL has treated us with them every time. The best time to see turtles is during high tide. High tide varies each day, but it typically is around 2 to 3:30 in the afternoon. To check, simply Google high tide and MOALBOAL and it will tell you exactly when it is. On to number 2, KAWASAN Canyoneering.
Even though it is the most touristy spot on the island of Cebu, we truly believe this canyoneering experience deserves to be at number 2. Just to clarify, you can head straight to the main KAWASAN waterfall in Badian and take pictures or swim for only 45 peso entrance fee. But if you want the full experience, you will need to hire a guide for around 1,500 pesos per person or $30 US to embark on a 5-hour canyoneering journey. The tour starts in a city called Alegria, and you will jump, swim, slide, and hike your way for 3.5 hours through Gatorade blue water all the way down to the main KAWASAN Falls. Throughout this epic, adrenaline-filled adventure, you will be jumping from different heights of 15 to 50 feet and also have to swim and slide down massive boulders. Don't worry though, the guides will make sure each spot is deep enough to jump and will even jump first to show you that it's safe. You really don't go more than 10 minutes without jumping off cliffs or sliding down falls. We truthfully think this experience is one of the best things we have ever done in our entire lives. Please make sure this is on your bucket list for your upcoming trip to Cebu. Just make sure to thank us later. Can I get a drum roll, please? Number 1, CORON island hopping.
The most popular island hopping tour on CORON is the Ultimate Island Hopping Tour. This is actually the one that we did. The Ultimate Island Hopping Tour is a full day of blue waters, viewpoints, adventures, and good food. This is an all-inclusive experience. The Twin Lagoons will be your first stop. Your boat will dock on one of the lagoons and you will have to either swim or climb over a limestone edge to get to the other lagoon. Kinda mysterious. This being our first stop in the Philippines literally blew our minds. So if you've never been anywhere like this before, this place will truly amaze you. The next stop is just as cool. After the Twin Lagoons, you will snorkel at a sunken Japanese shipwreck. This area was definitely a bit crowded, but if you can dive deep, you don't even notice people there. It was really cool to see, and I'm kind of bummed out we didn't find any hidden treasures. After this, there will be lunch, which is always delicious on tours, and then you'll head to your last stop, Kayangan Lake, a must-see in the Philippines as it is considered to be the clearest lake in all of Asia. To get here, you have to hike up to a viewpoint and then hike down to the lake. All well worth it though. The water was as clear as a pool. How can something so natural be that amazing? Okay, that is all we have for today, guys. I really hope this helps you plan your next trip to the Philippines or brought you some entertainment during these times. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Make sure to check out our website too, where we have travel guides and presets. Anna makes awesome presets, let's be real. This video is over, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Yip, yip, woot, woot, riba, riba, riba.